Hi, this is Dr. Christensen and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make delicious yogurt all on your own. What we're going to do is we're going to make a Greek yogurt similar to what we buy in the store. However, it's going to be made with healthy raw milk. If you do not have access to raw milk, don't worry, because what we're doing with yogurt is we're simply adding the culture that we want. And so often when yogurt is made on your own, you're going to be kind of pasteurizing it yourself. I find with good quality raw milk, however, that's not necessary. I'm simply going to warm the milk and then add the start. Simply what you do is you take your milk. I'm going to make about a gallon of milk. You can see that, right? And so a quart, 2 quarts, and then I'm going to add about half of this gallon. The measurements do not need to be precise, and so don't worry about that. And a little bit more, and that's about right. And so I pour the milk in the pan, and I pour the milk in the pot, and I'm going to just warm it up on the stove to about 110 degrees. Okay, we're back. The milk has been on the stove warming up. It's at it's dropped a degree. It's at 108 degrees. What I recommend people to do is get a sense of the warmness. This is what mothers used to do to test the warmth of their baby bottles, and it's lukewarm. It's not hot. It's not hot enough. It's not hot enough that it would kill the bacteria in it. And so next, what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to add some yogurt to it. There's not a set amount that you need to add. You see, I'm just putting some in the whisk, quite a bit actually, and I stir it into the yogurt. I want to mix it around real good. I'm using raw milk, of course. However, pasteurized milk works fine. If I don't have raw milk available, I'll use usually the Horizon brand organic, 100%, or not 100%. If I'm not using raw milk, I'll typically use the Horizon organic milk. I like the whole milk. I don't like the low-fat milk. The fat is something that is good for us. So I simply mix it there. I'm going to put the lid on, and here comes the magic part. I'm going to put this inside of what we call a Wonder Box. And what it is, it's a thermal cooker. And let me go grab that, and I'll be right back. Are you still on? Mm-hmm. This is a thermal cooker that my wife made, and what it is a cotton fabric sack full of the beanbag chair beans, the little styrofoam balls. And what it provides for us is a nice way to insulate. And so I simply put the yogurt inside the thermal cooker, the Wonder Box. I put the lid on, and it's done. I'm going to let it rest here all night, and in the morning we should have yogurt. Then in the morning we're going to strain it so that we'll have the thicker, rich yogurt that so many of us like. That's called the Greek yogurt. Many Greek yogurts, they cheat. They add thickeners to it. What we're going to do is we're going to strain some of the whey out of the yogurt, and it'll be naturally thickened and delicious. Good morning and welcome back to the kitchen. So our yogurt has been sitting for about 12 hours now, and it's ready to take a peek and see what it's done. Again, it's been in our Wonder Box, and this insulates things so well that the cooking continues to move forward. And so we simply remove the pot from the Wonder Box, and as you can see in here, it's thickened up real nicely. our next step is we're going to turn this yogurt, and it's still actually quite warm. We're going to turn the yogurt into Greek yogurt. And the way we do that is we strain out some of the whey. And the way I like to do this is to use paint strainers. And so this is a 5-gallon paint strainer. You can get it at any Home Depot, Lowe's, or paint supply store. And I like using several layers of it. And that way we're going to minimize the loss of the curds. Remember little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey. The curds is the creamy chunks, and the whey is the clear liquid. And so I put 3, you can use 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 layers of this, and I'm going to just stretch this over my bowl. Just like that. And then I simply pour my yogurt in there. I'll use a spatula to get the last bit out. And then my next step is to hang it to strain. And what I like using is just a piece of string, and the knot that I tie is called a timber hitch. Very, very easy to do. You just cross the strings and then double the one back and wrap it around a few times. It's a nice slip knot, and it's going to be very easy to remove when I'm done. And so you can see what I've got here. I'm going to bring it over to the counter here, and I'm going to hang it from one of the knobs of the cupboard. And so I just wedge it in there so that it's going to be hanging, and then I tie another slip knot. I like tying knots that are gonna hold really well, but also are going to be really easy to undo. And so I'm going to let this sit for several hours. When it's done, we'll take it out of the cheesecloth, and we'll have our finished yogurt. Okay, we're back. Our yogurt has been sitting here and draining for about 7 hours now, and it's well and ready to take down. And so simply untie it. And I'm going to carry it over to the bowl that I'm going to finish it with. A question that we often have is, what do you do with all that whey? And so you look in here. I've got about a half gallon of whey left over from when we strained our yogurt. And this can be used in your sauerkraut, a couple tablespoons to get it started. You can put it in your smoothies or your drinks. More often than not, we give it to the animals. So it's going to the chickens or the cows or the goats or whatever you've got. We've got chickens, and so we don't throw anything away. It gets utilized by someone or something. Again, I tied easy knots that are very easy to untie, and all I'm going to do is simply dump this out into the bowl and kind of squeeze it. And you can see it kind of has a cottage cheesy look. What I'm going to do here to get every bit of it out is I'm going to strip away the outer layers And that way I can squeeze the yogurt because I'm really stingy and I want to get as much of this deliciousness as I can. Just like that. And let me go wash my hands and I'll be right back to this. Okay, and so we can look at this yogurt and it's a real nice consistency. The yogurt that's on the outer edge, closest to the paint strainers, is a little thicker, and so I mix it so that I've got a nice consistency. And this is delicious yogurt. I didn't mention we use paint strainers. I love paint strainers, and actually I probably did mention we have paint strainers. Anyways, we like to use the paint strainers. Often what I'll do is I'll sweeten it a little bit and add some vanilla extract. This is a vanilla extract that we make ourselves using spiced rum and Mexican vanilla beans. Because it's Captain Morgan's, we named it Yo-Ho, Me Hearty's Yo-Ho Vanilla, and it's delicious. And so I'll just show you how I add a little bit of vanilla to this. We're going to add some vanilla in. I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten. And stir that up. And that's it. We'll keep this in the refrigerator and enjoy it with yogurt or putting it in our smoothies. And it's absolutely healthy, absolutely delicious. If you like this video, please comment below. Subscribe to our channels and share this with your friends. Thanks.